Good morning everybody, and how are we all doing today? I have been and done a little workout already this morning, been at work this morning, so I forgot to turn my watch on, to be honest, and only turned it on partway through, and partway through I did 200 calories, so I'm guessing it was probably a little shy of 350, maybe 400, but anyway, that was my morning. Lovely workout, lovely clients, lovely to see, great way to start the day. The other thing I will do today is I will go out for my walk, so I hope you're all getting on well with that. Lovely to see all your wonderful comments yesterday. I'm glad that you've been inspired and motivated and you are enjoying it. I don't want you to add too much more in terms of intensity onto your weekly workouts, because we've actually got quite a jam-packed schedule. We've got lots of stuff in there, and we are pushing our bodies, particularly with the Saturday morning live workouts, so we don't really need to push our bodies that much more, I don't think. But what I do want you to do is notice how active your life is and how much generally day to day. Funnily enough, I was talking to my client this morning, and historically she would commute into London, and she's saying that she's feeling a lot more relaxed and more calm without the commute, but also that she has the ability to have the energy to actually do a little bit more. So she's got the time and the energy to be going and, you know, tending to her garden or painting a fence or, you know, other little bits. So another thing that I'm doing today, my house is still under construction, and we can't get people in still, so I'm doing a lot of it myself. So I've been painting yesterday afternoon. I painted a wall. Nothing really that exciting to see at the moment, but we should have a few more exciting progressions by the end of the week. So once I get to that point, perhaps I'll show you some pictures. I'll take some before and afters, but yeah, try and see if you can get yourself a little bit more active. And the walking is a really good way, and the target of 100 kilometres a month is a really good way to get you and your families out there. And that goal can go for everybody. So the children can do it, it's not too much for them. And of course, those of you that are really active, then try and surpass that. So go over the 100 kilometres. But I just want to see, and I want you to see how active you are. The other thing I want to quickly talk about this morning is our food, our consumption. I don't know how you guys are getting on in lockdown, and whether you're still planning your meals and you are still being very mindful about the amount of food that you eat. Try and keep it ingrained. Remember, it's a lifestyle. Even though lifestyle has changed slightly with all of this, you're still you, and you still only need a certain amount of food per day. And it doesn't matter what is going on. If you've weighed yourself yesterday at the start of what is our May month, and you have gained a few pounds, or you've gained a few centimetres or inches or whatever, don't fret about it. What's done is done, but you can make changes. There's no point in going down a slope. We've got to go up. We've got to take it. We've got to say, right, okay, I need to make a change. I need to move on from here. So how are we going to do that? So let's go back to basics, and let's remember that you need to be in a calorie deficit. If you need to lose weight, or you want to lose weight, or you want to lose a few pounds, you have to be in a calorie deficit. How do you know how many calories you're eating now? Do you know how many calories you're burning now? Well, you won't exactly, but you can guesstimate by looking at your watches, or by being your own secretary and writing it all down again. And as laborious as it may sound, if you want to get the results, you have to put the labour in, you have to do the work. So get your pen and paper out and start learning about you. What's changed while you've been in lockdown? Are you nibbling on a few more bits? Are you drinking a bit more wine? Have you introduced gin to your life that was never there before? Or whatever it may be. And you know what, you don't have to take some of those things out. If that's the one luxury you get now because life is very different, that's fine. But just make sure you're not loading loads on. So don't be eating half a packet of Oreos and then having your quiz in the night with your mates and drinking way too much G&T or whatever it may be. Birthdays aside, we'll allow birthdays to have a little bit of an extra celebration. But they only happen once a year, so they're sort of, you know, you can plan for those. So write it down. And just as a reminder, if you're still with me and you've been listening this far, you need to, if you want to work out the number of calories that your body needs, then you need to get your weight in kilograms and multiply it by 22. Once you've multiplied it by 22, you've got your resting metabolic rate, so the amount of calories you burn before you've done much. and then you can multiply it. Now you multiply it by 1.2 if you sit a lot and you're not very active, 1.3 if you're fairly active, so you're doing a bit of walking and you're exercising a couple of times a week. I would multiply hours by about 1.3, 1.4. So we're moderately active, we're walking regularly and we're exercising 2-3 times a week. And the reason I say that, although we do exercise probably 6 times a week, we do it in short bursts. So we're doing 30 minutes each day, which is great, but it will equate to about, if once you add it up and you get the time, the full time that you're moving, it would equate to what we would consider 2 to 3 times a week. So unless you're really, really super active and burning a lot more. If you want to lose weight though, I'm guessing if weight is gained on, then you go on the lower side, and then you'll get the number of calories that you actually need to stay as you are right now. So if you want to lose weight, you then multiply it again by 0.85, and that's the number of calories you then need to work out to make sure you don't consume more than if you want to lose weight over the next coming weeks. And we've got a whole month to get through. I'm pretty sure we're going to be in lockdown until the end of the month, so why not? Why not really go for it in May? And so when you come out the other side, you look a bit different, or you feel really fit, or you feel really good, or I don't know, whatever your goal may be, but you've got a month to do it. So get on with it, put the work in, look at what you're eating. Don't excuse yourself by saying you don't know how many calories are in things. If you're making really good, wholesome food and you're throwing in loads of vegetables and stuff, you can still Google how much 100 grams of broccoli is and things like that. So yes, it takes time. Yes, it takes a bit of effort. But if you want to get the results, you have to do those things and get it done. I'm sure you're telling your children that as you're homeschooling at the moment. Anyway, a very long video. I'm really sorry, 6.5 minutes. But hopefully you've watched until the end. Have a wonderful day. If you've got any questions, remember I am always here. Yes, you can ask me a question why I've only got one earring in. I've lost my earrings. But yeah, any questions, health and fitness related, and please do ask. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye.